Howdy folks and welcome back. Hope you're all doing alright out there. Well, for today's video, I present to you the Lionel 1935 catalog. This one is one of my personal favorites. Now most of you out there may have seen the modern day Lionel catalogs and what they look like. And as you may know, they use digital photography and CGI and copying, pasting, and everything else. But back then, everything was hand illustrated for the catalogs, and they were just marvelous and wonderful. Anyway, let's take a look at this one and see what it has to offer. But before we even dive in, I need to point something unique about this cover. A kid is holding a model of the Lionel Hiawatha standing next to the real engineer Hugh McManor in front of the real engine. Now that is pretty cool right there. Gotta make sure it's in front before I open it up. Now this catalog is fragile and old, so this might be the only time you get to see it, because after this it's going back in its sleeve and back in the book. So here's the introduction of what you're going to see in the catalog and what Lionel had to offer back then. So there's some steam engines. You have the Commodore Vanderbilt, the Hiawatha, and some other steam engines right there. And yes, these all had the locomotive whistle and the tender. These are just beautiful looking steam engines. There's a couple of Columbian types and the Jubilation type. Or Jubilean, I forget what it's called. And again, this was all hand done. Okay, there's a couple of sets there. We got two freight sets in the passenger set and what looks like one of the Zephyr sets. Huh, came with a nice little scene there. How beautiful. These trains were cheap too. We have a couple of electric trains. Well, electric locomotives, and there's the steam trains again. Just wonderful stuff. Ah, the Zephyr and the Silver Streak. I think that's what that is it? I have to get in front for just a second, you guys. It doesn't say. I thought that was a Silver Streak that Lionel came out with, but I could be wrong. But that's a Flying Yankee right there. There's the Commodore Vanderbilt again, pulling freight cars and passenger cars. Kind of unusual seeing a streamliner pull freight cars. There is the M10000. Lionel was the first to get it out into the stores before its competitors, about the same time the real train came into service. How about that? Yeah, these trains were just beautiful. There's a few more sets, including one with a crane car. There's the Hiawatha sets, but this time, there's the Hiawatha again, but it comes with passenger cars or freight cars, your choice. I wouldn't mind having a template collection like this myself. Yeah, these trains are just wonderful altogether. I like the passenger set at the top there. Very nice looking. There's the Transformers. I think we may be getting into the accessories part of the catalog next. So there's the track you could have got back then. And keep in mind, this is taking place during the Great Depression too. The country was still recovering, or trying to get back in order, I should say. The Great Depression lasted, I think, about 10 years, give or take. I haven't studied this event in a long time. So there's the passenger cars. Even the roofs could open up, featuring rewind. Gotta wet my whistle. Let me try it again. You could open the roof of the passenger cars to see the interior. Even the toilet seats in the laboratories were hinged. How about that? Various freight cars you could have gotten back then. Just beautiful. Now these were considered toys. Nobody thought they would be of value today, but a lot of them are actually. Some sets are rare. Various accessories you could have gotten as well to go with the trains. Just wonderful. Operating signals. Yeah, those have been around for a long time. Oh, there's the gateman right there. You could buy scenes to put together as well. There's a guy featured in a program by a company called Team Books and Video, Great Toy Train Lands of America, and he has probably the biggest and best template collection I've ever seen. Well, okay, there's two people. There's Frank Petruccio and Chuck Brasher. They have some of the best template collections I've ever seen in my life. Just wonderful. You could have really made a railway back then with this stuff. You even had to have people waiting for the train. Just wonderful stuff altogether. Now there's a Disney train set that they put out, looks like. Ah, the Mickey Mouse handcar. This saved Lionel during the Great Depression. Well, had to make sure it's not too crooked. There's the Santa Claus and Christmas tree handcar. And I do believe that's a whistling station. And there's the Silver Streak. That's what it is. Here's some of the cheaper sets Lionel made. I think that's what these are. Yeah, these were just $1.50 back then. There are some of the power boats that Lionel tried to make. And there you have it. There's some stuff on the back. And there you have it. What a nice catalog. So yeah, as you can see, compared to today's train catalogs, these were a lot better and a lot different. Anyway, until next time, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Be safe around trains, and remember, Jesus loves you. Happy rails, guys. See y'all down the line.